Hello there and welcome to BNetTV.com. I'm Michelle Sklar. We're down here at the CTIA Wireless 2008 show, and I'm joined by Mike Linstrom of TapRoot. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thanks for having me out.
Absolutely. Are you enjoying the show?
Very much so. It's been very exciting.
Wonderful. Is this your first CTIA show as TapRoot?
As TapRoot, right. I've been a veteran of the industry for about 12 years with Nokia before that.
Oh, wonderful. A seasoned pro. All the
yes.
Great talent that comes out of Nokia, I
right.
tell you. Fantastic. So let's get a brief overview of TapRoot.
Okay. We were about an 8-year-old company. We were the first Symbian Platinum partner, and we cut our teeth kind of at the lower levels of the operating system, doing board support packages for chipset manufacturers and helping OEMs bring products to life. We've done the wireless LAN stack for Symbian and done a lot of security supplicant work on Windows Mobile. We've done the port of the Windows Mobile OS for the Qualcomm chipset, things like that. So this application that we're going to talk about today is just kind of a natural extension from a lot of low-level software.
Okay, let's get into the application of today.
The application itself
the killer
today,
app.
yeah, the killer app today is you take a smartphone like the N95 here, and it turns this smartphone into a wireless LAN router. So just like at home where you have maybe a Linksys router and you'd plug your DSL line in or a cable modem in, the backhaul comes from the wide area network from your carrier, AT&T, Verizon, whoever,
right.
and then it turns on the wireless LAN radio, and you can connect up to 5 devices. We've actually connected more in the lab, but it works just like a wireless LAN. No additional software is needed on the client. So Game Boys, laptops connect just as it would a
right.
normal wireless LAN.
So if I were to give a real-world example, our team here, the BNet TV team that's here in Las Vegas, and we have to do all sorts of communications together. We're either emails back and forth or communicating back and forth to our our home-based network and that type of thing.
Right.
That if there was, let's say, 5 of us or 10 of us, that if we all needed to get online to do our work and we didn't have other means of connectivity, we'd basically be using one of the mobile devices as that center of connectivity, that Wi-Fi, if you will.
Right, and then once you're on the wireless LAN, just like any other wireless LAN, you can share files within the wireless LAN or go out over the broad internet.
Fantastic. I think that's such an important component to business today. We're so on the go, and I'm constantly thinking, I wish that I could do these types of things with my mobile device, or I wish my mobile device would allow me to do this. It's the most personal device. I'm on the go. The features and applications are getting there.
Right.
But it's fantastic when they actually do come to fruition.
Right. And as far as on the go goes, we've tested it in Europe as well on the high-speed trains, and not while you're driving, but if you're riding in the car and the taxi, you can use this, and it hands off from tower to tower, and your link stays persistent, and you're online.
Right.
Literally on the go.
One of the things, we've been talking to some companies that sort of provide enhancements, if you will, for the difficulty of cellular reception inside of a building versus outside.
Right.
So how does that work as far as this particular device is concerned?
It's actually a wireless LAN, so if we had bad coverage here, but good coverage, say 150, 200 feet away, you can put this in the window, and the wireless LAN signal actually transmits that far on a lot of the devices that we've ported to, and it works just fine. We ported on the Symbian OS and the Windows Mobile because that penetrates 75% of the addressable market
right.
as we see it for today in the next 3 years or so. We will bring out Linux variants as
right. So you have it working on sort of 2 of the operating systems, probably have the largest share of the market.
Right.
Within that, though, how many handsets have you been able to sort of get it to work with?
We've actually, most of the Series 60, anything that has a wireless LAN radio works on. It fails over on 2G, but the 3G backhaul is better. And the Windows Mobile 6.0 and beyond is what we've been targeting. So there's probably 6 or 8 of those that we've actually tested, and it's working quite well on.
Fantastic. So who are you talking to here at CTIA?
We've been talking with the carriers. That's our channel partners. They own that network, and they spend a lot of money doing it, and we want to partner with them and allow them to grow into kind of the wireless internet, kind of beyond the phone into the other devices. A lot of the industry players argue, is it Wi-Fi or is it 3G, and we see those as complementary. The 3G gives you very broad coverage, but the wireless LAN gives you penetration into the actual devices themselves. Okay,
so here's a question. Then it's one thing for me to want to check my email, but what about the data transfer, the data downloads, if you will? If I want to, my editor needs to watch a piece of video, an interview, if you will, before he's going to upload it, but I need to do, some email stuff. What's the kind of pull on this particular system?
Right. And once again, it's dependent on the backhaul. So as
Right.
as the networks get faster and faster, 3.5G HSDPA is rolling out, EVDO Rev A, those sort of things. So it's really dependent on that. But what's really interesting is when we take it into a carrier and demo it for the first time, and 3 or 4 laptops come up and everyone's watching YouTube, streaming YouTube, the eyes kind of pop open and wow, this is really neat. So the backhaul is really broadband-ish. I mean, right now the networks are getting 1.8 megabits per second down, and that's pretty standard, somewhere in that range,
Awesome.
depending on where you're at in the network.
So you said this is your first show here as TapRoot.
Right.
Have you got, obviously this is the debut of
Right.
TapRoot, if you will. Have you got some specific announcements at the show that you want to share?
We were just announcing the walking hotspot product and really coming out, and that was our main focus this time. We've had a number of our kind of classical customer relationships as well that we've been meeting with, but this was really the big focus of this show, is bringing out kind of a new piece of TapRoot, the applications that we're going to start bringing out in kind of an extension of the very low-level work we've been doing. So
Awesome, great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. We've been with Mike Linstrom of TapRoot, and we're here at CTIA Wireless, and I'm Michelle Sklar with BNetTV.com.
So to use the walking hotspot application, we're going to look at it on the N95 today. You simply go to your applications, find your walking hotspot icon, and start it. It comes up in the idle mode. You hit the start button. And right now it's binding to the 3G network and turning on the wireless LAN radio. And once it's up, it's indicated by the on, and it looks very similar to a router that you would normally see. You have 5 empty slots. I'm going to turn on the laptop wireless LAN radio. So now it is on. And it asks me, this is one of the security features, we have quite a few security features, but it allows the user to say, do you want this person to connect to your laptop? So in this case I will say yes, and that's user configurable, yes or no. And at this point we have an active connection. We'll just hit the web and it will come up. Yahoo's up.
Public Wi-Fi access. A lot of folks know us for that business. We serve 1.2 million customers a month, enabling devices like iPhone and Sony,
BN,
Milo, or
ET,
ET,
TV.
And then on the private side,
net.
Note.com, just like that.
like McDonald's, credit card payments at food and beverage, security cameras,
Spin.
DVD, rental kiosks, wireless overtaking, anything to help improve the operational efficiency.
So, does all your applications work with whatever carrier?
There we have it. Loads up, just like wireless LAN. And up to 5 devices can connect. Like I said, we've had 20 in the lab, but we just limited it to 5 for backhaul speed. And it's configurable, so some of the carriers may want a single or a 2-user version, but much easier than most tethering applications. No software on the laptop, just here.